everybody. I hope you had a wonderful day, and I hope your evening is starting off calm and relaxed, and I hope you're just ready to kind of unwind at the end of the day and give yourself the time you deserve to just relax and focus on yourself a bit. So if you're new to our positive affirmations or our evening reflections or meditations, whatever you like to call them, we just focus on a positive thought each night, and in the hopes that we can just end our day in a positive frame of mind and give ourselves space to relax and unwind at the end of every day. You can either do these in a comfortable seated position, or you can do them laying down, whatever's most comfortable for you. So tonight's thought that we're focusing on is I release fear. Fear is a very valid emotion, and we have the emotion and the fear response for various reasons, and many of those reasons are valid and important. But when fear starts to overwhelm, or when fear starts to take charge, that's when it becomes an issue. Because if we let fear guide our decisions and guide our life, oftentimes we find that we are missing out. So that is what our focus is on tonight, kind of harnessing fear and using it appropriately and taking charge of it rather than allowing it to take charge of you. So let's go ahead and get started in a comfortable seated position, whatever that means for you. And let's just go ahead and sit nice and tall, closing our eyes, calming the body, relaxing the mind, seeing if we can maybe just focus on the gentle rhythm of the breath as it flows evenly through the body. Inhales and exhales. And let's acknowledge that the breath is able to make it past the chest, really filling the chest, the belly, all the way down deeper to the diaphragm. And by doing this deep breathing, we bring our mind back to a state of calm, back to a state of quiet. We rid our bodies of any stress. We rid our minds of excess emotion. And we give ourselves the opportunity to just come back to center. Find that baseline. See if you can address your posture, allowing the crown of the head to reach towards the ceiling, lengthening through the spine, letting go of any tension, releasing any compression. Let the shoulders slide down the back, widen across the collarbones. Relax through the spine, through the shoulders, through the hips. And see if you might even be able to deepen the breath a little bit more. Inhales and exhales lasting as long as possible. Anytime the mind begins to wander, call it gently back to the breath. Inhale. Exhale. And let's see if you can gently set aside any thoughts that are roaming the mind. Give yourself a blank canvas. An empty room, a clear sky, something quiet and serene to focus on. Let's take in 2 more deep breaths together as we bring the hands to the heart, connecting with the heartbeat. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Exhale. And relaxing the hands back down and opening the eyes, we'll begin again, focusing on that positive thought this evening. And tonight's thought is I release fear. Let's go ahead and say that together again. I release fear. And let us just guide ourselves deeper into this thought, and as we go about this guided meditation, continue to focus on that slow, rhythmic pace of breath. Fear is both a valuable survival tool and a dangerous hindrance. Fear is powerful. It can drive me away from danger and also keep me from necessary risks. Fear can be a protector or a prison warden. Fortunately, fear is not in charge. I am. I own fear, It does not own me. I control fear. It does not control me. Fear is natural and necessary. But like a garden left untended, if allowed to, it will outgrow its bounds and take over. I must tend to it lovingly, responsibly, and regularly. I must nurture it when necessary and reject it when it goes too far. I know that for fear to be of value, it must be tamed. I know that not all fear is necessary, and that there are times I must let it go, even when that feels impossible. When I feel fear, the first thing I do is pause. I bring my awareness back to the present moment. I reconnect with the pace of my breath and the rhythm of my heartbeat. If what I am fearful of exists in the present moment, then I allow myself to rationally think through what the next steps should be. But I do not allow myself to succumb to panic. If my heart is racing and my thoughts are blurred, I remind myself I am in control. Only in a state of control can I think rationally. Fear in a legitimately fearful situation is to be respected and to be used as a tool to help me escape the circumstance. If what I am fearful of does not exist in the present moment, or does not exist at all, I begin to talk myself down. I tell myself that I am safe. I remind myself that I am in control. I allow myself the opportunity to refocus on what is happening around me, rather than get stuck in a whirlpool of irrational fear. If there are circumstances that are causing me anxiety and concern, I decide on the best ways to approach them. I rationally think through the steps that will lead to a resolution, but I do not allow fear to consume me. The things we give our focus to are the things that continue to grow. I must choose not to feed fear. I must remember that I am not my thoughts. I am not my emotions. My thoughts and emotions are relative to me, but they are not who I am. I refuse to allow myself to become a prisoner of my own thoughts. I know that sometimes the simple act of returning to my breath is the easiest way of releasing fear. I will not allow fear to be an obstacle to my progress. I will not allow fear to keep me from living my life. It is okay to feel uncertain. It is okay to experience times of anxiety or nervousness when faced with something difficult or unknown. But I will not allow these feelings to make my decisions for me. I will meet fear with compassionate courage. I choose to reject a life filled with fear. I don't let fear of making mistakes prevent me from trying. I don't let fear of rejection keep me from loving. I don't let fear of failure keep me from striving for success. I don't let fear of the unknown keep me from experiencing change and adventure. I will not let fear keep me from what I deserve. I don't let fear lead the way, period. Fear is meant to be the smallest of whispers, not the loudest of roars. I will trust myself and my intuition. I will enjoy my life to the fullest and refuse to allow fear to diminish my shine. Fear can be necessary and useful, but only if I remain in charge. I will focus on my breath. I will trust in the process, and I will release fear. Bringing our hands back to the heart. Taking a big cleansing breath. Feel the breath fully in the body, expanding the chest, the belly, the diaphragm. And imagine yourself on the inhales, breathing in compassionate courage. And on the exhales, imagine yourself releasing all fear. Take a moment, focus on that thought, I release fear. And ask yourself calmly, what is it I fear? How can I let go? Let's take in 2 more deep breaths together. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And releasing our hands back down. We'll say to ourselves once more, I release fear. Thank you all for joining me tonight. I love you all dearly, and I'm wishing you a beautiful evening.